So I traveled in different countries before
Hmm.
Dubai, because Dubai is very inspiring. I think for me, Dubai is the future. Like before, we had the American dreams,
Hmm.
and nowadays it's the Dubai dream
Yeah,
and the
very
UAE
true, very
dream.
true. It's a real dream.
Yeah, completely. And also, you talk about the share stories, but I read also three of his 4 or 5 books, and I got very inspired to know how Dubai grew. They started with like non like fishing and also the
Hmm.
pearl industry.
Yeah.
I thought it was petrol when I was in France. I was like, oh my god, no, actually it's not. It was Abu Dhabi. So yes,
Yeah.
I've learned a lot in those books, and I was like, oh, this is so inspiring. I think we all have something to learn from Dubai. And when I came in Dubai the first time, we came just for 1 month to
Hmm.
see how was Dubai. You know the story.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I first arrived, I was like, oh my god, this country is so inspiring, like the roads and the
Hmm.
building. And in France, we have a big road, like the Sheikh road,
Yeah,
called A6 to go to Lyon and this kind of thing from
yeah, yeah.
Paris. And this road is always, there is always some work on this
Hmm.
road, and it's never finishing. Say, okay, this part of the road will be finished in 1 year, 2 year, and 10 years after, when I'm going back there, it's still under work,
Yeah.
not the same part. But I was like, in Dubai, when they say something in about 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, it's done, and
Hmm.
it's done properly. So I was like, this is so crazy. They have
Hmm.
project and you trust that it will happen. Like you said,
Yeah, yeah.
if the share is saying like in 2040 we have a plan for that, we all know that it will happen.
Yeah, it will have. We trust him. You know. So Dubai has put a standard where it's hard to achieve and hard to reach, and it's just because of their leadership, and
Completely.
and it's inspiring us every day where we are at the moment. It's like I feel that we have to learn how they how they execute and how they process and how they inspire people. And it's a reality. It's not something in the books. You can come to Dubai and see what is happening here.
Completely. It's not even just the book,
Yeah,
completely.
exactly.
And when I compare with France, for example,
Mhm.
like I can see the government in France, the way they make money, talking about the financial part, for example, it's most of the time like 90-95% of their income coming from taxes.
Yeah.
And French entrepreneurs, they always ask me, but Elodie, how do they do here in Dubai to
Mhm.
make money if
Yeah.
we don't pay the percentage we pay in France? I will not say it, but it's a huge amount. So here the share is an entrepreneur. He is a businessman, so he's managing the country
Yeah.
as a businessman. And I think it's like everyone is thinking like that
Yeah.
here. So there is nothing to compare with Europe. And in terms of business, when you are a business person, a freelancer, or a businessman, or you want to set up a company here, it's super important to know that this country will support you no matter what, because the
Exactly.
share is like that. And
Yeah.
I think that makes all the difference
Yeah.
between why to set up a business in Dubai compared
Mhm.
to the rest of the world at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you. I felt the same way. Like the one side of the world is making money with the hard-earned money of the people, which is
Mm.
called taxes. I think everybody should respect and pay taxes. By the way, like Dubai and UAE in general, like there is a tax, but not like a massive tax. We
Mm.
don't have income tax, so whatever we are earning, it goes to our pocket. Of course, with the business, what we earn, there is a small percentage of tax, but it's not applicable on SMEs. Let's say if somebody is coming to the business as a new startup, so he should not worry about this. So we have a VAT. VAT is for on the sales, like, and it goes to the consumer. So
Mm.
at the end, the businesses, they don't pay taxes in general. Only if they cross a certain limits, they have to pay a small 9% of the tax from the net profits,
Mm.
which is nothing like if you're making that sort of money.
Yeah.
So as you said, as you compare Dubai with Europe and many other countries, so I think if you are on a right direction and if you know what you have to achieve, especially in the business, you don't need kind of like a fund from the people. you know you are going to add value through the business. So what Dubai is doing,
Mm.
they are best in everything, best in aviation. Emirates is one of the best airline in the world.
Yeah,
If you
completely.
talk about the high rise, you cannot match the skyscrapers of Dubai with any part of the world.
Yeah,
If you talk about hospitality industry, the best in the world, I
it's
would say
amazing.
confidently.
Mm.
If you talk about the restaurants, the whole world is here. You talk about any food you will find in Dubai. So at the same time,
Mm.
they are empowering the businesses. They are not putting them into the limitations. You know, their businesses are free. They are not following kind of a box. You know, where they have to stay within that box. If they have capacity, if they have people, if they have funds, if they have time, they can grow. Unlike in Europe, where you have to follow the government, where you have certain times to run a business, and
Mm.
you have to pay a lot of tax to the government. And most of the business, when I was talking to the business community, they said we don't want to go above this limit because our tax slab will change, and which is very dangerous for the country growth at the same time.
Mm.
And the people and the businesses, you know, if you put too much limits on the businesses, at the end of the day, you know, how the GDP of a country will increase if there is no business. So
Completely.
Dubai is very good into this. UAE in general, like we are free. All businesses are free. Either you are employee or a business owner, you are free to work. You are free to make money. Your money is your money, and the laws are very strict onto this. Um, I think like for any businessman to come in Dubai and start a venture is the best way to start, because this way like he is free to fly. You know, he,
Completely.
especially when you are setting up something new and when you're working on ideas, you have to be somewhere where your ideas are respected and where you have freedom to implement your ideas, like in Dubai, you know, or in UAE, you know.
Mm.
Most of the companies now, they are bringing their businesses here, especially if they are startup businesses, because they don't want limits.
The
For
sky
pretty
is the
much,
limit.
yeah, exactly. Sky is the
Completely.
limit. Yeah.
And also, it's good and it's important because as a company, if you want to hire employees, also, it's a very nice city to live in.
Yeah.
As a woman, I feel so secure here in Dubai. In Paris, I was not going out in the middle of the night by myself alone, this
Mm-hmm.
kind of things. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel it's also important if you see yourself living in a country, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that your kids, your wife, your family will be secure, and also to attract employees
Yeah.
to work with you.